I'm Chris Lankoven, I'm 31 years old, I live in Tooting, South London, and I'm a professional dinner lady. I don't like the term chef, it's too clinical. I've been running a collaborative called Take Me Home Projects for the last 5-6 years, where we celebrate queer life through food, art, cabaret, and all things fun and fantastic and fabulous. Today we've made what I call Sri Lankan brunch. We have traditional milk rice, fresh coconut sambal, egg suthi, aubergine and peanut curry with a cucumber salad. Milk rice and sambal is traditionally something in Sri Lanka that we have for New Year. It's also traditionally a breakfast dish, but it's a good start. Something to represent myself, or something that if I was to communicate myself, I think it's a good dish to start. The milk rice is an arboro rice with coconut milk. Coconut features very heavily in Sri Lankan cooking, my heritage, and I'm very proud of it and I love its food. Coconut sambal, which is fresh coconut ground with chilli, hot and spicy and fresh and just yummy. It's a good thing as well for people who aren't familiar with spicy food or are a bit scared of spice or chilli in their life. It's a good introduction because I always feel some people think that spice means greasy or spice means something scary, but in this way it's fun and exciting. The name of my collaborative is called Take Me Home Projects. I started actually queer shows and art shows when I was younger, and I just thought they were very one note, and I thought it didn't reflect the variety and diversity of the queer culture that we have today. I decided to do one in my own house because that's what I had to give, and so did one in an old pub that was a big leather bar back in the day in the 70s. And everything to reflect queer life. The food projects have also turned into cabaret events as well, so I've been doing cabaret shows. I love elements that bring people together, I think, and that's what Take Me Home is about. It's about food, performance, art, and people. And they are things, I think, integral in society, our society now, that bring people together. They are fundamentals to me. I think the best food is cooked at home. It's a fact to me. I love eating out in restaurants. I think London's a great place for that anyway, because we have everything at our doorstep. It's a cultural melting pot. But one thing you cannot get is that very few times is that taste of home. It's warm, it's rich, and it's generous, and a bit decadent, but not too decadent. And it doesn't look necessarily amazing, but you can tell by its smell, you can tell by the taste. I want to create that sense of your grandma's table or your mum's table, and the sense of community and fun and friendship that happens around that table. Anyone from sort of an immigrant background or have people who have immigrant parents, they go through a very traumatizing experience when they've come to this country, and especially how the East is seen, the West is seen by the East. It's always seen as this elevated form of living or being. Because of it, my parents moved here in the 70s, 80s in rural Wales, and they experienced a lot of hardships, a lot of racism, a lot of things. We didn't learn the language because of my parents' fear of we were seen with an accent, then we would be looked down on. Being one of the only people of colour in my school, in my town, something I never really noticed before I came to London. London is this cultural melting pot, and it's great. And the thing is, though, when I go back, it's quite a bit of a hard hit home. You realise you're very aware of what you look like. It's very sobering. You have to look a certain way, you have to be a certain way. I was always told to be smart. You always have to be smart. So my mother doesn't understand the kitsch part of my life, and my love of things are tacky or kitsch. Being Asian, being Sri Lankan, there is a sort of a language of shame, but it's not my shame, it's theirs. But now it's quite nice because with Take Me Home and all these other things I do, it's been nice to go back to my family and use it for them, because I invite them to my shows and they come and they question, and I use it as a tool to reinstate my own status, if you will, as a gay man, as an Asian gay man in London, and be said, no, actually this is culture, this is just the same, it's as rich as Sri Lankan culture, it's just as wonderful, you just need to see it, so please see it. I love that Take Me Home is actually been a great tool to educate my own family, and also given me status to do that, because I can stand on that platform and they'd be very proud of what I do and who I am and what I represent and the people I'm around.